the agony of a population living in constant fear of an imminent deluge downstream an aging dam. Water is a vital element that sustains life on this planet Earth. Our ancestors developed reservoirs to store vast amounts of water to support civilization. The structures erected for the purpose are called dams. Over the years, the size and shapes of dams have undergone tremendous dimensions, and their purpose diversified significantly, so as to include power generation. But are we asking too much for nature and making the most beneficial discovery of all times, the most potent water bombs? The mighty Western Ghats guarding Kerala, the southernmost state of the Indian peninsula. It is the womb of 44 rivers, including Periyar, the longest river of Kerala. It is across this river, the ever 100 years old ailing Mullaperiyar Dam is haplessly awaiting its inevitable destiny. An imminent deluge which may spell the doom of an estimated 2.5 million inhabitants downstream. And what is more alarming is that its days are numbered, and the nightmare may turn to a reality at any time. Not only the local population downstream, but a host of cities and townships, along with all their progress, are in peril in the event the inevitable happens. The story of Mullaperiyar Dam dates back to 1895, when it was constructed across the river Periyar in crude lime surki mortar, at a time when dam engineering was in its infancy. The main dam has a length of 366 meters and a top width of 3.66 meters, base thickness of 44.2 meters. The height of the dam from the deepest foundation is 53.64 meters. The gross capacity of the reservoir is 15.662 TMC. The 244-kilometer long Periyar is abundant with 435 TMC of fresh water per year. It originates from Shivagiri in the Western Ghats at an elevation of 2,400 meters from sea level and joins the Mullayar downstream at an elevation of 850 meters. It is at this elevated juncture the Mullaperiyar Dam has been built for the noble cause of catering to the irrigational needs of the neighboring state of Tamil Nadu under a 999-year lease agreement. It may be noted that the agreement was entered into by the then Maharaja of erstwhile Travancore, His Highness Sri Vishakam Thirunal, with the then Madras government as much as 61 years prior to India got independence from the British, and that too for 999 years, a duration unheard in the history and unfair by any standards. In fact, it was a benevolent agreement between the two states. The agro producers from the land irrigated by this water have been serving the food needs of Kerala in a significant manner for years. A carelessly entered subsequent agreement by the two states allowed Tamil Nadu to generate electricity using the waters of Mullaperiyar. However, the fact is that the total economic advantage for Tamil Nadu is stated to be as much as rupees 7,250 million from agriculture and power generation per year, as compared to the meager annual income of rupees 1.03 million for Kerala by way of lease rent and fee, while risking the lives of 2.5 million people. Greed is just human. But what happened in the case of this dam is that it was stretched beyond limits, and no one is bothered about the fact that the dam was aging and weakening by the passage of time. So far, so good. But it's like milking a cow beyond its age and productivity. The structural weakness of this dam, which has outlived its lifespan by several years, was evident from its very inception. Even the British engineer Penny Cuick, who designed the Mullaperiyar Dam, had guaranteed only 50 years lifespan, which is 100 years old, leaking from head to tail. The downstream deteriorated condition of the dam was exposed when the water level went to 109 feet. No repairs can be done below this level, since there is always water below this level since 1895. What makes the case of the Mullaperiyar Dam more startling is the fact that it is situated in an active fault zone, which makes it more vulnerable to failure in the event of an earthquake of moderate intensity. In a span of 2 days, 2 tremors of mild intensity occurred on 5/11/2010 M2.0 and 6/11/2010 M2.9 in the 50-kilometer range of Mullaperiyar Dam, causing panic. Even though these earthquakes are minor in nature, they need to be viewed as an indication of the increased seismicity of the region surrounding Mullaperiyar Dam. Kerala is a state blessed with pristine rivers in plenty. Landslides and floods have been quite prominent in multiple parts of the state. A heavy landslide is more than enough to cause high tidal waves that can easily disintegrate the entire dam. Torrential rain due to global warming is another threat initiated by humans. Torrential rains and floods are the ones that can break any dam, and global warming has of late increased the incidence of untimely rains and floods. The Mullaperiyar Dam is in no state to sustain such a monstrous downpour. Amid this lingering fears, the water level continues to rise during every monsoon. The Three Gorges Dam, located in China, which is the world's largest hydropower project, has reached the highest water level in July 2010 due to torrential rain, which has affected over 38 million people and has resulted in over 1.3 million people being evacuated. What is required for a catastrophic deluge in Mullaperiyar is a torrential rain or earthquake or landslide. The very fact that the Idukki Dam, Asia's largest arch dam built of concrete, has already lost its elasticity significantly. Losing elasticity is a major limitation of concrete technology used in the construction of modern-day dams. As such, the Idukki Dam downstream, with a storage capacity of 2,000 million cubic meters, is in a critical state, which adds to the gravity of the catastrophe. In the event of the collapse of the Mullaperiyar Dam, it will spell the dooms of the lives and properties of over 2.5 million people living downstream. In fact, as many as 4 districts, namely Idukki, Kottayam, Ernakulam, Alappuzha, and many towns and cities downstream, including the emerging commercial metropolis of Kochi, will bear the brunt of such an eventuality. The deteriorating condition of the dam and the resultant panic among the people living downstream prompted the Kerala government to appraise the central government of India about the state of affairs. The children go to sleep every night, fearing unpredictable flooding.
நாங்க இங்க வந்துட்டு 50 வருஷம் ஆச்சு. 50 வருஷத்துக்கு நாங்க வந்து 5 வருஷத்துல டாம் கட்டனாங்க. 35 வருஷமா டாம் கட்டறேன்ட்டு ஒருத்தரும் கட்ட மாட்டேங்கறாங்க. இங்க வந்து கோடி ஜனங்க இருக்கு. கோடி ஜனங்க இருக்கும்போது மலையாளம்ல தமிழ்ல நாங்க எல்லாம் ஒண்ணு போல தான் ஜீவிக்கிறோம். அப்ப டாம் கட்டறேங்கறாங்க டாம் கட்ட மாட்டேங்கறாங்க. அப்ப அது எங்களுக்கு நீங்க தீர்மானிச்சு தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு நாங்க இஷ்டமா தண்ணி கொடுக்கிறோம். நீங்க எங்களுக்கு டாம் மாத்திரம் கட்டி கொடுத்தா போதும். எங்களுக்கு வேற நீங்க ஒண்ணும் செய்ய வேண்டாம்.
The recent years witnessed a spate of massive public uprisings on the issue. The agitation for a safer Mullaperiyar is now 1,500 days old. The issue always had its political overtones, leading to a lingering political and legal tussle between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The issue is already in the Supreme Court of India, but the crucial question is whether the dam will last till the legal and political battle ends. Central teams inspected the dam a few times and suggested some remedial measures, but this had not helped to allay the worst fears of the people. The teams also recommended exploring the possibility of locating a suitable site downstream of the existing dam for the construction of a new dam. However, for reasons unknown, this proposal was not pursued. Instead, what has been going on was ad hoc strengthening measures on this ailing dam. Recent history reveals that at least one major dam failure occurs every year somewhere in the world. There have been more than 2,000 dam failure incidents across the world since the 12th century, but not as big as the existing ones, causing damage worth millions of dollars and loss of thousands of lives. Even modern-day dams constructed with far more advanced scientific and engineering skills have collapsed, spelling the doom of millions. Some of these disasters have proved that dams are deadlier than a nuclear bomb. One of the horrifying examples in the recent past is China's Banqiao Dam disaster in 1975, following heavy rains and floods. As many as 62 dams collapsed in a disaster, claiming over 250,000 lives. At least 4 dams may collapse if Mullaperiyar bursts, and the casualties will be 10 times the death toll of Banqiao. Surprisingly, the capacities of both these dams are almost similar. But the Banqiao Dam was located at an elevation of 118 meters, while the ailing Mullaperiyar Dam is delicately perched at a much higher elevation of 873 meters, which increases the gravitational potential energy of the outflow by 7-folds than that from Banqiao. In case of a disaster, the water will rush like a bullet due to the steep, hilly geographical features of the place to reach the 100 kilometers away Arabian Sea in less than 1 hour through the thickly populated areas downstream. Moreover, it is scientifically proven that this water bomb has 180 times more energy than the atomic bomb that destroyed the city of Hiroshima. No humanly possible skills can stop these natural catastrophes, which are often attributed to divine justice, accidents, and destiny. Old dams are the ones which pose a life-threatening situation for people worldwide and are expensive in maintaining. Let Mullaperiyar not turn to be a new avatar of the Banqiao Dam disaster. Let the Mullaperiyar issue be an eye-opener towards the case of more than 4,000 outdated dams across the world threatening millions of human lives. Yes, the time has come to wake up and act. Let Mullaperiyar be an eye-opener before it is too late. There is no denying the fact that this aging and ailing dam is yet another example of Mother Nature being throttled and strangled beyond limit. Yes, today or tomorrow, the Mullaperiyar may prove to be the worst ever watery grave in human history. Let it not happen.